Hello, everyone, and welcome to Generically Speaking. This is episode 1 of my Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster playthrough. I am very excited to finally get to play this. I've only played it 2 times before, so not really an expert. However, I do really enjoy the job system, and I think it gives a lot of flexibility to the gameplay. So, very excited to start this. I have changed the format for this. As you notice, uh, there are blue boxes to the left and to the bottom. So I'm doing this less as just a playthrough, but also more of a walkthrough as well. So that has added a little bit to my my time frame for getting videos out. So I am sorry for the delay, but I will try and get these going fairly regularly once I finally get my entire process down, which I think I have. So I guess everything configured, let's dive right in.
Father! Do you really have to go?
You know I do, dear. I need you to protect the castle. Under no circumstances are you to follow me. Do you understand?
But Father...
Something is wrong with the wind. I must go to the wind shrine to make certain nothing's happened to the crystal.
Yes, I've noticed it as well, but to go alone...
Lena, don't worry. I'll be fine. Have faith.
The wind just stopped.
I've got to hurry!
The wind stopped. Father!
What in blazes? Alright, so now that the cutscene is over, I want to make sure I know what buttons do. Specifically, alright, so left trigger changes walk and run, right trigger pushing down encounters on or off. That's good to know. I probably should... Oh, wrong button. Want to go to configuration, make sure, keep that on wait. Very fast. Very fast. I think, yeah. On, walk, run, yep. Keep that on optimal. And then down here at the bottom is the boosts. So I'm going to have counters on. I'm going to keep XP at 1, but I'm going to change skill and our ability points to 4. Just because, as of right now, like, I want the job abilities, but I am going to eventually level up to 99, but I don't want to get so powerful. Alright, Tycoon Meteor, very linear. I'm just gonna see what I've got equipped. Broadsword, leather armor, great. Alright, so as we come over here, we can see 2 goblins, which is gonna be our first encounter battle. You can just attack, it's not very difficult. There we go. Hey, are you all right?
Yes, I believe so. I give you my thanks. My name is Lena, and you are...
Me? Going for Bart's. Yes. Call me Bart's. Me and my chocobo just go wherever the trail leads us.
Bart's. This rock suddenly fell from the sky. The impact must have knocked me out.
Guess it's a meteorite.
A meteorite? I wonder if it has a connection to the wind stopping. Again, I give you my thanks. I wish I could do something more to show my appreciation, but I really must go.
Whoa, hey, hold up a sec.
Bart, did you hear something?
Huh? Oh, help me.
Over there.
Now, before we go up, just come over underneath this tree, get this chest, and then you can start heading up towards the meteor. That's where we're going to meet our next character.
Are you all right?
Where am I? Oh, my aching head. Sakes alive, what's happened? I don't remember. I can't remember anything. Looks like you hit your head pretty bad. Maybe you got amnesia. Oh, something came back to me. My name is Golub.
That's a start. Anything else?
Nope, just the name. Other than that, my memory is completely blank.
I'm very sorry, but you must excuse me. I have no time to waste.
Where are you going?
I must go to the Wind Shrine.
The Wind Shrine? Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure that's where I was headed. It's decided. I'm going with you.
But...
I've got to get to that shrine. I feel it in my bones. You gotta take me.
Bart, what about you?
Sorry, I'm gonna bow out this one. Good luck, though.
Bart, thank you again. Farewell.
Godspeed and all that whatnot. And just like that, we are on our own again. So just head out. and hop on Boko. Come on, Boko, let's go. Now, exit this area. We're gonna head to the west. And just make sure we've got one goblin in our bestiary. Exciting things. So let's save it. And then we're gonna keep going west and head into this valley. Ow, Boko, bad Chocobo. What are you doing stopping like that? Now, don't you give me that look. Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, I know, the girl and the old man went off together. But with all the goblins around these parts, fine, I got it. Ah! Boko, come on! Quack! And as the kind of cutscene goes, we're gonna get attacked by goblins. Once again, just attack. There's nothing else you can really do. Oh, excellent. A level. Ooh, a leather cap. That would be nice. Keep going. Hop over. Let's see. Might as well equip that. Another attack of goblins. Once again, not very challenging. You've only got to defeat those 2 battles. We'll come across Lena and Galuf. And here we go. Good morning.
Parts! It seems I can't escape being in your debt.
Hey, don't worry about it. Seems like the meteorite's impact caused a few landslides. The road's covered in rubble. I don't think you're gonna be able to make it to Tule this way.
But if I can't get to the Wind Shrine, then...
Wind Shrine, gotta hurry. The old guy's pretty dead set on getting there too. Alright, I'll go with you and personally see to it that you get there safely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, my dad always wanted me to go out and travel the world, but it also feels like the wind is calling me. What a sweet talker! As if you don't just have the hots for the little lady.
What? You're awake?
Don't sound so surprised. This old dog is always ready for anything. Still, if the road's blocked, that makes things a sight more difficult.
I won't give up. There must be a way to reach the Wind Shrine.
Right, and we'll find it. Alright, let's ride. So now that we've got party members, we're going to keep going north into this pirate cave right up here. Unfortunately, Boko can't come with us.
I don't remember there being a cave here.
Probably opened up during one of those quakes. Boko, I think this is going to be a little too dangerous for chocobos. You stay here, okay?
Okay.
Alright, pirate cave. We've got 3 floors before we get to the hideout. So So let's quick save it. In here we've got 3 enemies that we need to get and add to our bestiary to make sure that we complete that. Then we'll just make sure that we are optimized. While we are trying to get the enemies to show up, we do have this healing spring here, so that'll completely restore us. It is very useful. These are scattered many places, so keep your eye out. Typically those do lend themselves well for leveling or maxing out jobs or abilities, but for right now it gives us a good place to heal up after combat. So once we fill out the bestiary, we'll use the healing spring before we continue on. Excellent levels. So in this, I think XP up until, what is it, like level 60 or level 70, somewhere around there. That's pretty much about where you should normally be defeating the boss at the end. Level 99, it starts taking a long time. We will definitely be using the boosts to make sure that we spend less time farming XP. But it's there's ways that you can get through here at like level 1. I know there's many different challenges where never change jobs, low level, or stick with only one particular job. We're not going to do any of that. I plan on doing 100%. So all the items, maps, hidden items, whatever, 100% bestiary, and I'm just going to go ahead and max out all jobs and max out our level as well. All right, so now we can save it and move on. So follow this path. Yep, great, another fight. And then you're gonna start heading up the stairs once we finish this. And we'll see a tiny little cutscene for a secret door. Aha! So that's how you get in. Now we don't want to immediately go there. We want to get this chest first. That way we can equip yet another leather cap. And then we will follow the path up, hit the door, or get it attacked. Steel bats. Sucks, back attack. So back attacks in this, they make it so your back row, which is normally takes less damage from battle, is now your technical front row. So people that you have in the back will take full damage, and all the people in what would be the front are now in the back, so they are doing less damage physical unless they have specific weapons equipped. You can change the row for your characters. That way you can put them in the right positions. For a small battle like that, you don't necessarily have to, but for tougher characters or tougher battles, it's worth doing, especially if it's going to take a couple rounds to kill something. Oh, watching the boat come in, which is odd. That ship just now, how is it sailing with the wind so weak? How's it moving indeed? A mystery for the ages, or possibly the next 10 minutes. Alright, but keep heading. It's a very linear path, so can't get lost. And this is the pirate's hideout. This is a pirate hideout, meaning that ship we saw must have been a pirate ship.
I wonder if they might give us a ride.
I think the only ride they'd be interested in would be a keel haul for all three of us. Yeah, you can't ask a favor from a pirate. That's why we'll just sneak on and steal their ship. Whoa, you're pretty gutsy for an old-timer. Alright, once you have control again, you can hit this button. Unfortunately, that pirate to the left is blocking the door, so you can't take advantage of that. You will have to come back here later. But just come over to the right, onto the pirate ship. And then try and steal it. Yo-ho-ho and stuff. Time to cast off. Well, cast off means start sailing, kid. I know that. The wheel won't even budge. How do you work this thing?
You try working anything and there'll be the devil to pay. Try to steal my ship, are you? You've got a lot of brass. Or mayhap you're just lacking in brains. I'd wager it's the latter. Wait, I'm the Princess Lena of Tycoon. Please accept my apologies for attempting to commandeer your ship.
What? She's a princess? So the girl's royalty.
Sir, this is a formal request from the Kingdom of Tycoon. Please allow us the use of your vessel. I must get to the Wind Shrine. My father is in danger.
Oh, the Princess of Tycoon here on my ship? I'm sure we could fetch a tasty sum for this one. Hey, leave her alone, you degenerate, lecherous, piratey pirate.
I beg of you, please.
That pendant. Toss the lot of them into the brig. Aye, Captain. Well, this is a fine how do you do. What genius came up with the idea to steal a pirate ship anyway? Look in the mirror, Pops. Oh, my aching head. I can't remember a thing. Then your amnesia oh so conveniently returns. Still, I can't believe you're really the Princess Tycoon, Lena.
I'm sorry, I didn't intend to keep it a secret.
It's not that big of a deal, but if you're the princess, why were you going to the Wind Shrine?
My father is there. He hadn't been gone long when the wind dropped to almost nothing. I just can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening. I slipped out of the castle and headed for the shrine, but then that meteorite fell, and you know the rest. Why does the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as I do? She said her father's at the Wind Shrine. Prepare to cast off, lads. Set a course for the Wind Shrine.
But Captain, what about the landlubbers?
Untie them. Sometime today would be nice. But why? I reconsidered your request. You can go back to the brig if you'd prefer. Pull anchor. We sail for the wind shrine. Hey, something wrong with your ears today? I hope I don't have to repeat myself. Well?
Aye, aye, Captain.
But the wind has stopped. How can your ship move? Full of curiosity, aren't you, lass? Sildra, come up and say hello. Beautiful, isn't she? Sildra and I were raised together. We're close siblings. All right, we're off.
All right, so now that we've got our ship, just try going north with it. And you'll get a little cutscene here where the pirate will offer to sail the ship directly to the wind shrine for you. I'm going to say no, just because we're actually going to go to the town of Tule first. Tule? I don't know, one of the two. Just come over here, save it, great, and then enter the town. Grog, grog!
Think I'll stop in and have a drink as well.
So that's going to happen every time we enter this town for the foreseeable future. First, come into the pub. You need these dancers to move out of the way. Yep, they dance for you. And then when you regain control, come down. So you want to play the pianos. I think there's 6 pianos total in the game that you want to play. You may notice Bartz is not good at the piano right now. He will actually get better as he plays. But you do want to play those. That will be important for a job later on. Pick up Gil.
I'm pretty sure this is Zock's house.
Someone you know?
Yes, he built the Torna Canal.
We'll need to come back here later also. Alright, leather shoes. Fantastic. Yeah. Keep getting caught on trees. Alright, there we go. Phoenix down. Come back. Potion, other side. Tent. And then come to this house. This is like a beginner's town, the Greenhorns Club. So you can learn about the battle system and everything here. Just come in, you can talk to all these guys around here. But we're just getting up all the treasure chests. But if you want to learn how to play and like about the status effects and everything in here, then it can be very helpful talking to the guys in here. All right. Sweet. We got a whole bunch of stuff and got all the chests and all the hidden items. So we're good. Now let's equip everything. For now, it's easier just doing optimal. And then we are done. All right. Yeah. I guess we can get magic. Right now, you can't use it. But if you have the gil, you can buy it all now. That way, when you do finally get your first set of jobs, you will have it, and it's immediately usable instead of having to come all the way back to Tule. I'm going to say Tule. Come back to Tule to buy them. It does just save us a little bit of time. Weapon shop. See, so here's Ferris. So you can actually see what she is or how it will affect her, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and buy a rod and the staff. Understand that they're not really better or anything, but if you get a black mage and a white mage, you will want to use those for now. And then same thing with the armor shop. Ferris comes in again. Sure, we can get some shields. Caps for everyone. Perfect. Alright. So now we're going to head back to the pub. And this is kind of like little bonus cutscene. Not required. But it is kind of funny. Hold on, I'll go check on him. Arts, what have you got that goofy look on your face for? What do you mean? Must have been a trick of the light or something. For crying out loud, shove over and let me see. Great Caesar's ghost, just gorgeous, a beauty for the ages. What in the world are you two going on about? Ah, slept like a babe I did. What are you two gawking at? Get a hold of yourselves. Now shove off. I need some time to myself. So that's done. Now we can leave the town, and Ferris will join us again before we leave. Oh, trying to give me the slip? I think not. So now that the party's all back together, at this point, now we should probably equip everything that we just bought. Specifically like the leather caps and shields. Fantastic. Alright. Save it. You know me and saving. Alright, and you can fight a little bit. I think this area is... Oh, yeah, okay, good. I think this area is pretty much just filled with goblins. None of the enemies around here are going to be super dangerous. At least in this area and when we head up to the Wind Shrine. There can be enemies that hit a little bit harder. Still not a terrible thing. We are going to try and fill out the bestiary before we really start entering and going into the Wind Shrine, but yeah, really nothing but goblins. Oh, sweet. Alright. Alright, so hop in the ship when you're ready, and we're gonna go east and then north, and up here, this is where the first group of enemies is. Well, so this area is where you can find the Bandersnatch. They still die pretty quick. They can do a little bit more damage to you. I don't think the other two will spawn in this area. More Bandersnatch. So yeah, singly, not that dangerous. With 3 of them, can be dangerous. As poor Lena will attest to. Alright, let's head up to the Wind Shrine. Here we've got 3 enemies also. Excellent, and we encountered all 3. That was easy. Alright. Save this. If you come in the Wind Shrine, there's a healing pot in here that you can use to just heal up.
Princess Lena! What's happened? Is everything alright?
The wind suddenly stopped, and now monsters have overrun the shrine.
What about Father?
The king went up to the top floor. He's yet to return. Something must have happened to him.
The crystal's up on the top floor, right? Won't hurt to go up and take a look. Ferris, you're right. Come on.
So, heal. Excellent. We're not actually going to do the Wind Shrine yet, though. We are still filling out the bestiary. So if you come over, you do not actually, and it won't matter, but later on, you are going to go inside this little pincher area. But if you just come to this little piece of land here, this is where you can find the Gatling and the Bighorn. And of course, more Bandersnatch. Now we just need the Gatling, and then we'll be done. This is probably, once we get the Gatling, where I'm going to stop the episode. And then we'll pick up next episode, going into the Wind Shrine, and taking on our first boss, and getting our first jobs. Hopefully, you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me, and have a good one.